Hello, everyone! In a surprising twist that's making waves in the media and royal circles, Meghan Markle has found herself at the center of a heated family feud. This isn't your typical disagreement, it's an intense revelation, with her parents, Thomas and Doria, exposing secrets Meghan has worked hard to keep under wraps. In a recent explosive interview, they shared some shocking claims and personal photos that paint a very different picture from the story Meghan has told about her childhood. Meghan has erased us from her story, Thomas said, his voice full of disappointment, as he spoke about a daughter who seems to have left her roots behind. Doria also chimed in, saying Meghan's actions were not only hurtful but showed a lack of respect. This clash first surfaced during a dramatic talk show appearance where Thomas and Doria, once seen as quiet supporters in Meghan's life, shared intimate moments and childhood photos that reveal another side of her past. The pictures and stories they share tell a very different tale from the challenging childhood Meghan often describes. Thomas, clearly upset, claimed Meghan hasn't just drifted from her family, she's tried to erase them from her story altogether. But it doesn't end there. Known for showcasing a picture-perfect life, Meghan reportedly feels blindsided by this public betrayal. Just imagine the shock of having your own parents reveal personal details to millions of people. Of course, as expected, sources close to Meghan suggest she's already strategizing her next move, likely to regain control of the story and present herself as the victim once again. And would we expect any less? Her loyal fans will probably rush to her defense, crying out about the supposed unfairness of it all. But let's be real for a moment. How many bridges has Meghan burned by now? It's not just the royal family she's clashed with now, her own parents are openly stepping back. It's hard to keep up with all the falling outs, but Meghan sure has a knack for flipping the script, doesn't she? When she parted ways with the royal family, she turned it into a story of struggle and emotional hardship, casting herself as the misunderstood princess breaking free from monarchy's grip. Now, with her family revealing secrets from her past, it seems she's ready to play the same game, working to control the damage and, of course, placing the blame anywhere but on herself. But the real question is, why now? Why have Thomas and Doria decided to speak up at this moment? For years, Thomas was the estranged father asking for a reunion, while Doria stayed mostly silent, quietly supporting Meghan. Perhaps they both reached their breaking point, tired of watching their daughter reshape her story at their expense. And really, who could blame them? Meghan's story of breaking free from a life of privilege has always raised a few eyebrows, and now the people who know her best seem set on sharing their side of the truth. This latest fallout with her parents shines a light on a bigger issue with Meghan's public image. She always casts herself as the heroine, while everyone else becomes the villain. But when the supposed villains are your own family, it starts to stretch belief. As this saga unfolds, it seems more and more like Meghan has distanced herself from anyone who doesn't fit into the polished image she's created. And this isn't the first time her relationships have ended in public drama. Whether with royals or relatives, Meghan's past is filled with broken ties, each time positioning herself as the one who was wronged. The jokes about her being the most relatable Duchess start to feel a bit too real when you look at how isolated she's become. Even Doria, once Meghan's most loyal supporter, now seems to be questioning the story Meghan has shared with the world. This isn't just about cutting family ties, it points to a deeper issue: control. Meghan's drive to shape her own story, presenting herself as a self-made woman who rose from nothing, clashes with the truth her parents and perhaps others know. In many ways, this family fallout reflects Meghan's bigger struggles: the royal rift, the endless interviews, the tell-all memoirs, all centered on control of her story, her image, and public perception. But what happens when that control slips away, as it seems to be now, with even her parents contradicting her? When the carefully polished image begins to crack, what's left? And here we are, watching the Markle family drama unfold in real time, with each new twist adding more fuel for her critics. Her loyal fans may still see her as a symbol of empowerment, but the skeptics, they're having a field day, and who could blame them? It's not every day a Duchess's own parents go public to dismantle her story bit by bit. As for Meghan, you can only imagine the behind-the-scenes efforts to manage the fallout. Is she gearing up for another tell-all interview, drafting a press release to reclaim her image, or perhaps planning to play the long game, waiting for the headlines to shift before sharing her side? One thing's for sure, this feud isn't fading anytime soon. If anything, it marks the beginning of yet another chapter in the ongoing saga of Meghan Markle versus the world. So what's next for the Duchess of Drama? As her parents' shocking revelations continue to make headlines, everyone's watching to see how she'll respond. But if history tells us anything, Meghan isn't one to back down easily. She's nothing if not resourceful. Whether it's a well-planned PR move or another interview, one thing is certain: she'll be back in the spotlight soon, doing what she does best, reshaping the narrative to fit her story. What started as a few pointed remarks has now become a full-blown spectacle. And for Meghan Markle, the stakes have never been higher. Can she piece together what's left of her fractured public image, or is this the beginning of the end for the Duchess, who always seems to land on her feet? Only time will tell, but one thing's clear: the drama is far from over. Meghan Markle's story unfolds like a soap opera, with each episode revealing new twists that keep both her loyal fans and critics eagerly watching. In this latest twist, her family's public revelations threaten to unravel the carefully curated image Meghan has built. But let's pause for a moment and dig into the layers of this drama that go beyond the family feud. Beneath the snide remarks and biting comments surrounding Meghan's turbulent journey lies a central question: who is Meghan Markle really? The public persona she's crafted speaks of empowerment and success as self-made woman's tale. Yet, with her parents now stepping forward to share a different side, cracks in that image are starting to show. Thomas Markle's comments about Meghan forgetting where she came from raise questions about authenticity. How does one champion social causes while distancing themselves from their roots? It's a classic case of cognitive dissonance, sparking critics to question if Meghan's commitment to family is as polished as her magazine covers. The ongoing story of Meghan's strained relationship with her parents reverberates through public opinion. While she's built a narrative of overcoming adversity, her parents' sudden decision to step into the spotlight raises questions about her version of triumph over hardship. Their emotional claims, especially Doria's insistence that their voices deserve to be heard, add a bittersweet layer to the unfolding drama. It's easy to imagine the tension and strained family gatherings hidden behind the polished Instagram posts she shares. Meghan has skillfully used her celebrity status to control her image, even amid family challenges. In a world where the Kardashians set the standard for managing public perception, Meghan seems to have taken a few notes. However, unlike the Kardashians, whose family conflicts often end with reconciliations or staged makeups, Meghan's situation has spiraled into a raw, very public confrontation. It's as if she forgot that family ties can't always be cut with a quick PR statement or a well-timed Instagram post. As her parents continue to share their side, Meghan's efforts to control the story seem more and more strained. Rumors suggest she's planning a response, perhaps through a magazine interview where she can once again cast herself as the victim. But here's the twist: every time she tries to take back the narrative, it only seems to dig her deeper. The irony isn't lost on those watching a self-proclaimed advocate for family unity now at the heart of a very public family feud. It's a twist that fuels the snarky commentary filling tabloids and social media. And with each new revelation, the stakes only get higher. Critics eagerly seize the chance to question her motives, turning this family drama into a spectacle under intense scrutiny. Was she truly a victim of a tough upbringing, or is this just another chapter in her pursuit of fame? In a world that thrives on gossip, the hunger for Meghan's downfall seems endless. Each new revelation is met with a blend of shock and amusement as observers question how someone who once basked in royal glory could now be at the center of a family drama that feels more like a tragic comedy than a heartfelt reunion. The public's reaction to Meghan's situation is revealing. While some still support her, many are quick to make snide remarks about her transformation from a down-to-earth actress to a detached celebrity. Critics are eager to highlight the sharp contrast between her humble beginnings and her current status, raising questions about her authenticity. How can someone advocate for compassion and understanding while simultaneously pushing their own family aside? This question echoes loudly, fueling a chorus of voices eager to dismantle Meghan's carefully crafted narrative. We can't overlook how this family conflict might impact her professional life. In the past, she has skillfully navigated the entertainment industry, always seeming to bounce back. However, as her family issues become public, the potential fallout on her brand is concerning. How will this drama affect her partnerships and endorsements? Companies invest in images, and right now Meghan's image is anything but stable. When she launches a new initiative, how many people will focus on her family feud instead of her philanthropic efforts? It's a risky situation for someone who has built her identity around empowerment and advocacy. One has to wonder about her chances for redemption. In this complicated web, Meghan has often portrayed herself as a symbol of resilience, but the public's skepticism is growing. When the dust settles, will she find a way to turn this family feud to her advantage, or will the backlash be too overwhelming, leaving her to scramble and fix the damage? The stakes are high, and the pressure is building. In a world where social media magnifies every mistake, Meghan needs to tread carefully to avoid becoming the punchline in her own story. As this family drama unfolds, the focus shifts back to Meghan's relationships. The authenticity of her connections is under the microscope, causing both fans and critics to question whether the bonds she claims to cherish are real. When her family publicly opposes her, it's hard not to compare this situation with how others in her life may view her. Do they truly support her, or is it all just part of the polished image she presents to the world? This drama is heightened by Meghan's choices regarding her public appearances. Every statement she makes is now scrutinized through the lens of her family's revelations. Will she shift her focus to healing her family relationships, or will she dig in her heels and push back against her parents' claims? With each passing day, the stakes grow higher, and the world watches with eager anticipation. Additionally, the complexities of celebrity culture are crucial in this ongoing saga. The world of fame is known for being cutthroat, and Meghan has certainly learned that lesson the hard way. It's a space where loyalty is temporary and alliances shift like sand, especially as her family becomes more vocal. How will Meghan navigate this tricky landscape? The threat of being viewed as just another casualty of celebrity life looms large, potentially overshadowing her achievements. Yet amid the chaos, there are moments that stand out as particularly touching. Doria's statement that they deserve to be heard resonates not just for the Markle family, but for countless others facing similar struggles. This drama has sparked discussions about family estrangement, loyalty, and the often complicated nature of personal relationships. It raises important questions about the sacrifices made for fame and the true cost of ambition. In this way, Meghan's story goes beyond her individual circumstances, resonating with a wider audience grappling with their own struggles. Ultimately, the revelations from her parents mark a significant turning point in Meghan's narrative. She is no longer just a successful actress turned duchess, she is now a figure caught in a complex web of family dynamics and public scrutiny. As each day passes, the world waits to see how she will respond and whether she can uphold the carefully crafted image she has built over the years. This spectacle is sure to captivate audiences worldwide. Her resilience will be tested in ways she has never encountered before, as the stakes of her public persona collide with her private life in a whirlwind of emotion and drama. The question now isn't just whether she can reclaim her narrative, but how she will redefine herself amid the chaos. In this age of social media, where every misstep is amplified and every triumph scrutinized, Meghan's journey serves as a case study in navigating fame and family dynamics. As her parents lay bare their grievances, she must confront not only their claims, but also the public's perception of her. Will she emerge as a more authentic version of herself, or will she continue to craft a narrative that distances her from her roots? The winds of change are swirling, and Meghan Markle finds herself at the center of the storm. This family feud has opened the floodgates to a myriad of discussions about identity, fame, and the complexities of personal relationships. As she grapples with her parents' revelations, the world watches closely, eager to see how this latest chapter unfolds with emotions running high and the stakes at an all-time peak. The drama is far from over. Meghan may have risen to fame on her own terms, but now she must navigate the treacherous waters of familial loyalty and public scrutiny. It's a delicate balance, one that requires not just skill, but a willingness to confront the uncomfortable truths that linger beneath the surface. One thing is clear, she has become a figure of intrigue and drama, an emblem of the complexities that accompany fame. Her family feud may be just one chapter in her life, but it has become a microcosm of the larger narratives we all grapple with: the pursuit of identity, the quest for acceptance, and the struggle to balance personal ambitions with familial ties. Isn't it ironic that someone who once reveled in the glitz and glamour of royal life is now facing scrutiny from the very people she sought to distance herself from? Doria's heartfelt claims cut deep, challenging the narrative Meghan has crafted and raising questions about authenticity, loyalty, and the true cost of her ascent into the spotlight. Meghan's words, "We are still here and we deserve to be heard," hang in the air like a poignant reminder of the girl who once had a close-knit family but now finds herself navigating a tumultuous sea of isolation. It raises the question, is fame truly worth the sacrifices one has to make? For Meghan, it seems that the cost of her newfound status includes the emotional baggage of her past. Amidst this family drama, the world watches with bated breath as the ongoing feud between Meghan and the royal family continues to unravel. Insiders hint that Meghan is livid over her parents' sudden foray into the public sphere, perceiving their revelations as a profound betrayal. She feels blindsided, says a source close to the Duchess. It's almost comedic how someone so adept at playing the victim card suddenly finds herself in the hot seat, questioning her own family's motives. As her narrative crumbles around her, the public can't help but wonder how much longer Meghan can maintain her carefully curated image while the realities of her past threaten to engulf her. The irony of her situation is rich, casting her in a role she seems ill-prepared for, a figure struggling to reconcile her present with the ghosts of her past, all while the world watches and waits for her next move. Did she really think she could step into the limelight and leave her roots behind unscathed? This latest development only serves to intensify the speculation surrounding Meghan's strained relationships. Critics have long accused her of abandoning her family in her quest for fame and fortune, and this confrontation only fuels the flames of those discussions. It's almost as if the universe is conspiring against her, exposing her flaws in the most public way possible. Meghan's family drama is quickly becoming a spectacle, and she's caught in the crossfire. Insiders seem to relish in the chaos, reveling in the fallout of this explosive family feud. The aftermath has left many pondering what Meghan's next move will be. Will she choose to respond, attempting to craft a narrative that puts her in a favorable light, or will she retreat further into her bubble, clutching her carefully curated image? Friends indicate she might issue a statement to clarify her position, but one has to wonder if anything she says will be taken seriously. With her credibility on shaky ground, the question remains, can she reclaim her narrative, or will this public fallout only deepen the rift between her and her family? As the drama unfolds, the world watches closely, eager to see how she navigates this precarious moment in her journey. Meghan's earlier efforts to mend her relationships haven't quite hit the mark. As she navigates the fallout from her parents' revelations, the public can't seem to turn away from the ongoing drama. Each day brings new headlines and rumors, fueling the speculation. The media eagerly seeks fresh stories, thriving on the chaos that surrounds her life. Will she find a way to calm the storm, or is this just the beginning of a deeper family rift? The pressure on Meghan is immense as she confronts this tough time, and it's hard not to feel shocked, frustrated, and disbelieving at how absurd everything seems. With every new day, the story twists and turns, and Meghan is left doing her best to stay composed. It's easy to imagine her late-night meetings with her PR team as they scramble to manage this situation of her own making. The art of spin is a delicate dance. What's the play here? They must be wondering if they should present Meghan as a victim of her family's betrayal or lean into the story of a strong, independent woman fighting for her own truth. Spoiler alert either way, it's unlikely to end well. Additionally, the clash between her parents' revelations and her carefully crafted narrative raises some eyebrow-raising questions. What does it say about a person who chooses to distance themselves from their roots in pursuit of fame? Is this truly the behavior of someone advocating for social justice, or is it just a facade to cover up personal failures? The contradictions in her story are glaring, and the public is eager to dissect every detail. As the world watches this drama unfold, we can only sit back and enjoy the spectacle. In a reality that often feels scripted, Meghan Markle's life is the ultimate performance, a captivating mix of ambition, betrayal, and the quest for acceptance. Identity in the spotlight can be a tricky thing. With every new headline, we see that truth can often be stranger than fiction, and the most entertaining stories sometimes come from real-life chaos. For Meghan Markle, the stage is set and the audience is eagerly waiting. Will she step into the spotlight or fade into the background? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear: the drama is far from over.